Hello there. I thought today I'd take a look at a product that's been around for a few years now, and perhaps you've not seen it, but I know a lot of anglers use it or use the concept that it's based on really to put more fish on the bank. And that's this. It's called a bait bomber, and it's basically a swim feeder, but really designed for pike fishing. You could use an ordinary swim feeder, but say this has been designed specifically for the job. And it comes supplied like this. The top screws off. Comes supplied with some foam inserts, and then 3 half-ounce weights, so it's loaded up to an 1.5 ounces, but you can buy extra weights if you need more weight than that, and then just simply put them inside. So I put the foam back in, put the top back in, screw it down again, and so it's basically just a big swim feeder filled with foam. I always fish them. You can fish it on a float rig, but I generally use it when I'm ledgering, and I'll always use it on one of our ledger up traces, because you'll see that this is going to be a source of attraction, and there is perhaps a slightly increased chance of a pike picking up and giving you a bite off if you're not using an up trace. So the whole idea really is to increase the amount of attraction around the hook bait, and there's a couple of ways to do that with the pike bomber. The first way you can do it is to take the foam out and just fill it up with chopped fish. And what I tend to do is, if I'm been out fishing and swap my baits over, then any baits that I've got left over I'll just chop up and put them in the feeder, and that gives a real nice sort of slick of attraction coming off from the juices of the fish. Now the other way to use it, and why we sell it with the foam in, is to inject it with our pike oils, our winterized oils. So they come in a range of different flavours. I've got the mackerel with me today, which is that one, and I've already loaded about 15 ml of that up into one of our oil and air kits using the big needle, which is designed to have a nice wide bore, ideal for oils really, which are a bit thick. And all I'll do is I'll push that very carefully, mind your fingers, into the foam, into the centre of it, and then just slowly inject the oil into there, making sure there we go, it's just starting to seep through. There we go. You can actually get quite a lot of oil in one of these foams. I don't fill it completely, but there we go. I've put about 7 or 8 ml in there. Put that down. Make sure I put that cover back on the needle so it's nice and safe. There we go. Put that down somewhere where I'm not going to stand on it or do anything stupid. And there you go. You've now got a feeder which, with the foam loaded up with that oil, and that's going to give a real slick of attraction around the trace and hook bait really. Ideal if you're fishing in rivers, because you're going to get the current taking that trail of oil, or I say chopped up fish juices, downstream. But even in a still water or a drain, there's generally quite a lot of current. You know, undercurrents caused in still waters, and generally drains and even canals will have quite a lot of flow on them. So wherever you are, you're going to get a slick of attraction, much more so than you would just with a normal bait. And so on those tough days, not to say it's going to make a difference all the time, but certainly on a tough day when maybe the fish are not really up for it, and you're trying to create maximum attraction to pull the fish into the bait, then it's really worth having a go with. I know a lot of guys use these with their zander rigs if they're ledgering on the rivers for zander, and then what they'll actually do is make up a ground bait mix with crushed pellets, a bit of fish meal ground bait, as well as some maggots or chopped worms and a bit of fish oil, whatever, all mixed in there. And the idea then is to attract the small fish in, I'm sure, as well as just the predators. Because I'm sure if you can get the small roach and other silverfish in and pecking away at the feeder, again, that's got to attract the pike and zander in as well. So using a feeder or using one of these pike bombers is definitely something worth experimenting with. It's something I've used a lot over the years and I've got faith in, like I say, particularly when the times are tough. So check them out, available in PikePro stockists now, and a useful bit of kit.